Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Eric. Today we're going to do a reading just for this coming week. So the date today is 7/7/1, but this is for the week 7/2 through whatever the date is, 7/2 through the 8th. So this is a message for whoever sees it. I wish you well. Alright, so what do the people who see this need to know for their highest and best good for this coming week? Oh, well, here we go. Alright, so we have 3 cards. We have you are on the right path. I'm going to figure out how to do this very well, but it says you are on the right path. Natural healing power. This is also much for me. And you have the ability to affect your own destiny. So what they're asking you to look at this week is really take stock. Know that you're going the right direction, but really paying attention to what you're feeling when you're doing what you do. So this can be literally anything. We have to remember that our job isn't our life. It isn't everything about us. I know in this society we can kind of get that mixed up. It's like, oh, we have to do this, we have to do that. But no, what do you feel is important for you? And that's what it's really going towards. Natural healing power. Excuse me. So, natural healing power. So another thing that they're asking you to do is to kind of get out in nature. Remember that our bodies are our biggest healers. They can heal themselves. We just have to allow it. I'm also kind of getting in my head, miracles happen every day. It's just depending on what you believe can happen for you. So you have to open up your mind to allow, realize that there's more that's possible for you. And realize that you do have a say in your life. You have the ability to affect your own destiny. So when you finally realize that you can create what you want, things can change for you. So for this week, you have a few things to really pay attention to. So pay attention to when you're doing activities. Seeing, does this really feel right? Does this bring more joy into my life, or does this bring more sadness and everything else that's not that into my life? Realize that you are on the right path, but you really have to check in with yourself and check in with your body and really pay attention. Okay, if this feels good, great. Continue working with that, Getting outside is a way to really get back into the center of yourself. So go take some walks out in nature if you can. I know I need to do that as well. And it's a really great time to do that. And really take stock of what you want to have happen in your life. You can affect your own destiny. We can get in this big thing of putting our power in someone else's hands. It's not supposed to be in theirs. It's supposed to be in ours. Alright, I'm going to pull one more card. These are just little fast things. So these are the ones I have in my hand are the Power of Surrender cards. And the other cards that I use are the Healing Spirits Oracle. So, in this next week, what is it we need to surrender to? I have 2. So, surrender defensiveness. So surrender defensiveness. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. Okay. So being good with listening, still kind of holding your ground, but not doing it in a defensive way of I always have to be right. Okay? And then our last one, surrender worry. Make a commitment not to lead any anxiety-driven... Wait, let me try that again. Make a commitment not to lead an anxiety-driven life. When worries arise, breathe them out of your body. Focus on the power of your heart and have faith that Spirit is guiding you always. I know one of the biggest things that can really affect a lot of things, really, especially your mood, your health. When we over worry about everything, it really drags us down. It really makes us feel heavy. So if we can surrender both of these things in this coming week, this is kind of our homework per se for this coming week, is just to work on especially these two things. You know, you are on the right path and you have that ability to create your own destiny. So create it in the best way that you can. But when we're working on ourselves, we'll bring these forward. You know, knowing that you don't always have to be right. You can stand your ground, but being opening to listen to other people's perspective. I find that when listening to other people's perspective, I can get a better grasp on what I believe. You know, if we always have this one thing, if we always have this one idea and we don't have anything to challenge it in some way, are we really sure that we believe that, or is that just a very surface level belief? You know, if you have someone who's challenging you in beliefs or other things, listen to them. You can still hold your own belief, but allow that experience to really change and solidify what you do believe. Okay, so that's part of your homework. And surrender worry, not to worry. We want to worry less. Just think about if you've ever, I'm sure everyone has worried. If you haven't, you're doing great. Don't listen to this card. But if you really get stuck on worrying about every little thing, it always has to be right, it has to be this, it has to be that, you have to surrender that. We can't sit there and control everything. That sounds exhausting. It sounds so exhausting. So just surrender to being in that moment. Stop worrying about the things that are ahead of you or behind. If they're behind you, you can't change them. Accept them for what they are. Just try to be present. When you really start feeling like worry is coming up and being in your face and like in your body and you're starting to feel it, stop, take a moment, breathe, take a deep breath, and start to breathe that out of your body. Breathing is so important. It's something that we don't think about that often. But every time that we breathe is something that's magical. It gives us life. So whenever you really start to feel that anxiety, there's really shallow breaths, make a conscious choice to start breathing from lower. It allows you to calm down and relax. So I'll finish with one more thing. Kind of going with the flow with these. So I have this affirmation deck. So what affirmation can we focus on this week? This is one I would love, and but I hope this is good for you guys too. My income is constantly increasing. I begin now, today, to open myself to ever-increasing prosperity. So I'll take pictures of these and I can put them on Instagram, Facebook, probably both. But again, for anybody who does listen, I really hope that you have a great day. And you got this. Don't doubt yourself. Just anytime that you really start feeling worried about anything, just take a second and breathe. Okay? So again, I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.